When did you start? During your 20 years, what made you choose real estate first?
Real estate back in 2007. Okay. Interesting fact which actually I figured out is to make money out of nothing. So only the knowledge was the key to get into real estate. I always believe having money for self is not good idea. Let's say you have some X amount of money with you, and there should be people also should make money. That was my whole intention.
How did you choose commercial, retail, residential? What did you start? How did you figure out that?
Commercial always it need a right approach.
What do you mean by information? Just for the sake of audience.
Generally, availability of the inventory.
What is the important character, personality trait one should possess to go through this journey?
Patient and communication between the team should be very, very much strong. That will be a key.
Will I be crorepati in next 2 years, 3 years? What is it? Why should I choose this?
See, real estate is not that easy, Arun. Because we might see that there are so many successful realtors in the market, but they go in all flashy cars and all that stuff.
Welcome to Realiti.Club podcast, where we dive deep into the journeys of successful regional realtors from around the globe. I'm your host, Arun CR. We'll explore the inspiring stories, pivotal decisions, and remarkable qualities that have propelled our guests to success in real estate industry. Whether you are a seasoned pro or just started out, join us as we uncover the valuable insights and lessons learned from those who have navigated the path to greatness. Today, we have one such great, Mr. Sarith Kumar Jonnala from Hyderabad. He is the co-founder of Milestone Property Services. He is in the field of real estate for over 17 years now and have provided services in various verticals, commercial, retail, and residential, covering over 3.5 million square feet. His customer base spans out from companies, retail brands, individual consumers like doctors, NRIs, HNIs. Just to name few of the residential the brands which he has worked are Prestige, Pacifica, Purvankara, Ashoka, Aditya Builders. Some of the IT park brands are like Rahejas, Ascendas, L&T, and few of the retail brands like HDFC, Zepto, Blinkit, etc., etc. The list goes on and on. I'm very, very happy to welcome you, Sarith. Hi, how are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm
Hi,
good. I'm good,
Sarith. How are
Arun. Thank you
you?
so much for the having me over here. Thank you.
Great, great, great. Super. So, Sarith, just to begin, if you could just brief, when did you start? During your 20 years, what made you choose real estate first? A simple, straightforward question. Uh,
Right.
it's
So
it's
take
it's
it.
that, I'm sure that was not that glamorous nor anything. I'm sure what drove you there during 2007.
Yeah. See, actually, at that time when I actually ventured into real estate back in 2007, okay, the very interesting fact which actually I figured out is to make money out of nothing. So only the knowledge was the key to get into real estate. So that was main key idea for me to get into business, because in past means we invest money and do transactions and do turnovers, and that's where we make money.
Correct.
That was one business which I used to do with my father. And then
Okay.
and then when I came back from UK, and somehow I got into the real estate. And then I understood, okay, when I met the gentleman from the Bangalore, who actually initially when I actually worked for about 10 months for a real estate company. There I understood the correct and information. Real estate is always about the information. So that was the main key behind, to be successful. So that's the investment. That's the investment. the knowledge is the only monetary perspective. There's nothing. Okay, that was an interesting factor for me to getting into real estate. And my passion is always to travel, eat food, and meet new people and make good friends. That actually real estate was one of the platform actually helps to meet various like different people from was one of the interesting experience that drive me work more in real estate.
Okay.
Actually, that's a little background.
Great. So having come I mean, you did your MBA in Edinburgh, UK, and after finishing an MBA, now that you wanted to start something which is without an investment, with pure knowledge, and okay, it's more self-made, so it drove you to it. And after coming there, I'm sure there would have been enough reality checks, right? I mean, there have been moments where, I mean, all of us face, right? I mean, we don't. It's not a smooth ride always. Where did you actually? What was those moments of
100%.
reality checks? And then how did you eventually chose? Okay, hey, commercial is something which is something I have to focus, and then slowly, steadily move to retail and real estate. I mean, residential and things like that. How? What was those moments?
See, actually, now it is little, it is rosy for me, the life as of now. But under the rose, there are always a thorn. When you don't hold it properly, they'll definitely get pricked onto it. Yeah, definitely, there are some pain points for there. Actually, when my main motto was, Arun, I always believe having money for self is not, good idea. It's always let's say you have some x amount of money with you, and there should be people also should make money. That was my whole intention. So that's when the milestone actually started off. So but there will be certain challenges when we get some kind of culture into it, culture into everybody, to how we actually focus rightly to give a good service to the customer. And real estate is actually been a very unorganized market, so we wanted to get that transition. So in this journey, like we wanted good approach towards the market from the people who are around me. But biggest challenge in humanity is what I feel. Once money comes in, right, the thought process changes. That's when they will get different ideas. They don't believe on the thought process. Okay, why we actually come into the company? If you look at it as a long term perspective, okay, now they always looked at on short term goals rather than having a long term perspective, long vision where we can be. Those things were very much challenge for me in initial 3 to 4 years. Actually, when we started off, I was key founder for the Milestone, and I was a principal investor also at that time. One of me and my friend both put money for this company, and we started off. But as time progressed, that thought process
How
actually people
much
came out of it, and money was becoming a criteria, major important. How much was?
how money you would have put there?
Um, number wise, yeah, means we had about team of 24 members at that time.
Okay.
So we invested close to about 30 lakh rupees at that time. So we had like we had to means
Okay.
we have four to five people who are there who are a principal principal in the company as a working partners, and me and my friend were a principal investors, and along with the working partner.
Okay.
So we
Got it.
invested about 3 million Indian rupees. So yeah,
Brilliant. Brilliant. Okay. So
that
then,
yeah, because anyway, because all are on payroll, so we have to maintain our expenses, right? So that's how we actually had to
how
invest money.
how did you choose commercial, retail, residential? What did you start? Because for somebody to get into real estate and then focus on any one thing and make the transactions happen, right? That's a journey by itself, right? I mean, how did you figure out that?
Correct. See, generally we were five. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So just we bifurcated each individual's the expertise. Okay. So I was more into the landlord relations,
Okay.
and I used to compliment my counterpart, who is one of the partner. He is into more commercial leasing.
Okay.
So we both were team, and I was handling the landlord relations.
Okay. So
So
right
that's
from,
where I choose commercial as my main forte, and the other people who are
you are
actually
very focused
who
on
are there. They,
commercial from day one. Like,
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
by choice it came, or you just chose?
Yeah, that's my main.
Okay.
No, no, because see, as I told you, commercial always, it need a right approach, because, and I was very much confident to, have a good approach towards the clients. It always, it was easy for me to talk to the IT categories clients, because my exposure, which actually helped me to, get into that parameter. Because back in UK, when I was, because I was working with a company called Stationery Box back in there, so it was very
Okay.
easy for me to talk to higher ups. So I never felt any kind of a inconvenience for, when I'm talking to the IT professional guys.
Okay. Okay.
Short with
Got
it.
it.
Arun,
So
communication was a strong
understood.
backbone for me.
Understood. Understood. So basically, if I may say that you were in UK and you were already exposed to IT people, or you were actually growing few initial years over there, and that gave you confidence. Okay, hey, this is something which I could probably extend. That's why you got into that commercial space.
Correct, correct. Yes, yeah.
Okay.
And
Because
see,
I
my
want to I
main
want to just add here is
main
that
forte was,
most of them who start, ha- just like that, coming into real estate is not going to be easy. They have to probably know one side of it, right? They need to know the buyer sense of it, and that, yeah, and inside buyer, if it is companies, then probably they could focus on commercials. If they are looking at working on probably end consumers, then probably residential or retail or certain brands, right? That could be the possible start point, right? Am I right in that saying?
see, actually, the reason, yeah, as a commercial was always, challenging aspect in terms of the, that, see, actually, as I tell you, Arun, information on the properties, it was a key for the commercial market. So, major key role. So that in that parameter, I was very strong. So that helped me to be stick on to the commercial vertical.
What do you mean by information? What do you mean by information? Just for the sake of audience.
See, generally, basically, availability of the inventory, it is not easy in the market. So that kind of information will comes only if you maintain the relation with the builders. So that, as I told you, the communication was free, and if you meet me for so many years, that's how I built my relation. So that was the key for my success in terms of building relations easily with the my network. So that
So
was
the
one of the major success for me.
need is the real-time availability of inventory. Am I right?
Correct.
Absolutely. Got it. Please proceed.
See, before I'll try to add one more line. Arun. When I started back in 2007, going into the market and all, to get the information, where is the property coming up, what kind of transitions are happening in various markets. I used to do so much groundwork in a day. On my two wheeler, I used to go, because city driving in a car was very difficult in those times. And I was new back to, there was 7 years gap when I came back to Hyderabad. All that 7 years I was back in UK only. So there were so many changes happened in the market as a geography as such. So for me, it was easy for me to go on the bike. So back in 2007, every day 85 kilometers per day.
Per day, how many kilometers you
So
said?
that too only on two-wheeler.
How many
85
kilometers?
kilometers.
85 kilometers per day in two-wheeler.
85 per
My
day
God.
average.
My God. It is just
Yeah.
to
So I used to roam around because
it is just to collect information.
exactly, exactly, exactly.
Then showcasing this inventory is another trip, right?
So if I have to give you the example, I can tell you. Huh?
Showcasing these inventories is another trip.
Sorry, Arun. Actually, there's a little lag in the communication.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm saying showcasing.
Information and then correct, correct. Showcase. See, first getting the information is one story, one side of the story, and of course, as you said, again to convert that particular inventory into prospect business, that's another story. So for that particular activity, we had another team.
Fantastic. Wow. Wow.
So we segregated everybody's individual expertise. So that's where we never interfered into each other's business, like roles. So we
Understood.
bifurcated each individual activities.
What in this journey, what is the important character to be in
Actually,
that
I
team?
feel there's so much of
What is the important character, personality
Arun,
trait one should possess to go through this journey? Both, let it be two teams, but still both teams needs a lot of personalities. What do you think?
you should be patient.
We should be patient.
That's very important. And then let's say patient and communication between the team should be very very much strong. That will be a key. See, as I told you, real estate is always about the right information. That information will get percolated to the complete team is when you are connected to each other. Let's say if my dialogue is 1 2 3, that was a key. So just to put it at that little more clarity, we what we used to do is like Monday to Friday was our complete focus onto the business only. There's no other thought process. Saturday was our day. We meet and then discuss what all work we did in the last Monday to Friday and what kind of inventory we got, what kind of clientele we got, what kind of requirement we got. That's where we actually do the complete proper homework. See, homework is very important. Arun. If you don't have a proper homework done, you can never be successful in real estate. Very much clear. And proper homework with the right information. That's very important.
So there is which means if I understand right, 7 days a week you guys work, and this you have been doing over years, which means uh, I mean, do you guys take breaks? How do you break? Because customers always come on a holiday, weekends. So how's personal life balance?
See, fortunate being entrepreneur is you can decide your holiday.
Okay, okay, nice. So
So
how do you plan
yeah.
break for
So
a holiday? Yearly you plan a
see,
holiday?
generally how total I do two holidays, 15 days in a year.
Wow, nice. Okay. So
Before
you
and all,
stretch
see,
yourself.
Arun, like now it is little comfort zone for me.
Okay.
Comfort zone. That's where I actually do these 15 days. Before and all, it was very difficult. See, as you said, holiday is the day when actually residential business happens. So you have to be available in those days. Okay. Generally, Saturday Sunday is the time when we actually get have to be available any point of the time. Yeah. So, but anyway, see, for us being a good team, we had a nice understanding. So we used to plan well in advance. See, I would like to add one more point here, Arun. So we never worked as a typical broker. You called me, I'm available now, you please come. No, we never followed such kind of activity, and we never entertained such kind of requirements.
Okay.
See, real estate is, especially when you're buying a home or a flat, it is an emotion. So emotion cannot be taken a call now I decided to buy, and please come and show me. Those all are impulsive buyers, and they don't make any kind of a good decision. Okay, so we always
Correct.
did a right homework. Who is the right serious buyer? And that's when we invested time. If a customer tells us no, I want to see now, we'll tell them very clearly that we don't work in such a fashion. We are very clear in our approach. So that's how we let go so many clients. Also, we are okay with it. But anyway, I'll tell you another. Following this kind of activity, conversion.
Okay. Okay. You got broke. Could you repeat it?
Sorry.
The it got broke because of some lag. It got broke. Can you repeat the last one?
Yeah. So what I'm saying is when we actually did this kind of homework, who are serious and who give time for their requirement. Let's say we are handling about 10 such requirements. Our conversion of doing the transaction is 80% was our conversion.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. So we did proper homework. See,
So
very important.
focused on quality than quantity. By
Exactly.
by quality, you increased your revenue margins also, right? Because every deal had the same margin. It's just that you focused on limited quantity to make sure that you are
Correct.
able to consistently do certain numbers, right?
Correct. 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 See, generally, I'll add here one point, Arun. When we actually handle all these residential requirements, we always put ourselves in their shoes, so that it helps us to understand the requirement very well, and we have so many questions to ask them. See, first of all, we have to make them feel comfortable that we are real estate partners who are helping them to buy a house or a flat. So we ask so many questions which help them to see when we seek clarity, they'll also feel comfortable. Okay, yeah, so then they know what they're trying to show. Okay. See, when we actually do so much of groundwork, when we get any property into our system, we follow some set guidelines where what kind of parameters these builders are following, which helps us to streamline that particular data. See, main important what we look at is like how well they're handling the customer. Okay, customer and customer needs. So we focus on those lines, because actually we have set questions. We have. It will be little lengthy to discuss on that. And the basis of that only we
Okay.
shortlist some options and we give it to the clients. Yeah.
No, I want to further go towards over the years, over the last decade or so, we have seen evolution of or implementation of tech into real estate in various levels, right? There were 99 acres and search of buyers have evolved because of Google, right? On one side,
Correct.
then communication has evolved from being a simple landline to today's WhatsApp era, right? And on the other side, builders who
Correct.
didn't have anything with them except for today speaks about CRM and ERPs,
Correct.
right? And and over and above that, now RERA is in play, right? GST has come in. So there is a huge amount of digital transformation which has happened at least very rapidly from after 2016 onwards, right?
Correct.
How you evolve as a company? I mean, I understand this core value of you being collaborative, very focused, quality oriented, but how did you evolve in this scenario?
See, actually, if you look at back in 2007 when we started off, there were no proper Google Maps also. Okay. So that's when we started our journey. So in those times, I really remember, like, we used to make some kind of, spots. Okay, yeah, here we have a property. Here we have to make some, in Telugu we say Bandagurtu. So it is like, so yeah, we used to make this landmark points. Yeah, okay, near next to this big building, next to this red color building, yellow color building, we used to have these properties. So that's how we used to map the properties in our data. Okay, we used to keep the comment section. That's where we used to write this. And it was very difficult for us. At that time there's no longitude, latitude where we actually find out our property. Okay, it was evolving, as you said. And in this due course of journey, yeah, we faced so many challenges, but actually as we evolved, we adapted the changes. And yeah, means actually see, now nowadays, for us to get the inquiry, it is become more of a referral. Okay, we need traditional way of getting the inquiries. We kind of as transactions we done, let's say with the service we are given to Arun goes and tells to another 4 to 5 customers. So like that, we have so much business coming in like that. So as I told you, when we handle 10 transactions, our 8 is the conversion. So you can imagine kind of a warmthness we give it during the transaction. So that helps us to get more and more inquiries. That is the main success for us, because as I told you, we didn't follow the traditional way of doing business. So we always followed the normal way of doing business. That is what actually being a success story for us also.
Okay.
I'm
Other,
telling
other
you,
do you how do you generate new buyers, new leads? Which mode or medium you go to? What do you do for marketing for yourself?
yeah, that's what as I told you, Arun. Like previously, we used to do so much of legwork, and then just to give a heads up, like I personally myself done a business development with about 1,280 companies in total. So I went to door to door. Okay, that's how I did all the my database builder. So that, and that was one of the medium. But later on, as the things moving on, so we adapted 99 acres also, 99 acres and magic bricks.
Okay.
So we used to buy the banner ads and
Okay.
priority listing, and that's how we used to generate the inquiries.
How much do you average spend per year on a real estate portal? You need not name the portal. I'm just saying generally for real estate portal, what is the average you spend per annum? Per
So we
annum,
used
per
to
annum.
spend close to about yeah, we used to spend close to about 3 to 3.5 lakhs.
Absolutely. And apart from portals, do you go to even Google, Facebook,
Yeah.
uh, also?
See, another thing, Arun, actually, we didn't get into mass kind of lead generation, to be honest. Okay, we focus more on project to project basis. That's how we did the market. Okay, and
Fantastic.
yeah, we never used much into the going into the mass kind of a lead inquiry, lead generation.
So
Yeah,
that means
but
do you
actually
go
now
for
that change which I have to adapt. To be honest, we never done that much of adaptation of Facebook.
okay. So, you're saying there is something
I
which
missed you,
you
Arun.
have to go towards. I mean, are you recruiting young people towards that to bring about that mindset? Because I'm sure our 15 years, how do you keep the same legwork going? Because your 20 years, you were able to go 85 kilometers. Maybe today we may not do that physically, but real estate is all about, as you said, information, which means the same amount of groundwork should be digitally done at least today to grow, scale, right? So, are you even thinking how do you keep your organization that energy level going? Are you guys thinking on those lines?
Yeah, means real estate is becoming more and more organized sector. So we want to get the young talent from that particular vertical also. Okay. Now at least this particular segment is been taken little serious than before. Okay, people are putting into the curriculum also. Now if you look at in majority of universities, real estate is also becoming one of the subject where
Okay.
they are getting trained in this particular vertical. So we want to hire from those particular universities also. So that's the plan is there, which we'll implement from this coming year. So that's what we plan to do. Actually,
Fantastic.
we want to develop this residential sector. We want to develop in a big way, because going forward,
Okay.
what I see is like because hybrid work culture coming into the market, commercial space consumption is becoming little lesser. So
Okay.
residential market is actually having good scope in Hyderabad as of now.
Okay.
So that's where we actually tending to change our approach towards this particular sector.
Wow. Wow. Nice. So, one last question before, I mean, most of it we've got it covered. Thing is that people today, assuming want to be Sarith in next 10, 15 years. You took almost 15, 16 years to be what you are, right? Today. So, if today's 20-year-old or 25-year-old takes the same decision like how you took, right, after your MBA, after all what you've done, and then you chose real estate. If somebody is taking today, what would where should they start? How much money will they make, or how long will it take them to settle, right? Uh, these are obvious questions for them. Uh, you know, being a vibrant fresher, I am so enthusiastic. If I start real estate, how much money will I make, and when will I settle? Is it that big, that brilliant? Will I be crorepati in next 2 years, 3 years? What is it? Why should I choose this?
See, in big advice means one advice which I would like to give it to the people who want to come into the real estate sector is like we have to be millionaire over the night, because such kind of money coming in also will not stand for long. Okay, let's say in today's date, I'm not trying to degrade that age bracket, because decision will be, because I also passed through that age. Okay, but at that time we never had a proper guidance. What to be done, what kind of measures should be taken. This particular guidance was not there at that time. But even today, what I would say is like for the generation is like they should be little persistent, and changes which are happening. See, real estate is not that easy, Arun. Because we might see that okay, there are so many successful realtors in the market, or they go in all flashy cars and all that stuff. Okay, but on the other hand, it is not that easy at all, because doing a transaction is one side of the story. Going and getting the payment from those particular landlords is a very big story. Because see, it is always, let's say, whenever you do a transaction about when yeah collection when you do a transaction of a 1 crore flat, example I'm giving you. So let's say a 2% is the average of 2 lakh rupees. Okay, when we do a transaction and give them that 1 crore, okay, they'll not be no problem, they'll be happy to take it. But when they have to give the 2 lakhs, they think that okay, I'm giving that that's very big money. But I would say like I gave you 1 crore, you giving me 2 lakhs. So what is the problem for you to give me?
Correct.
That is what I look at. But
Correct.
it is very difficult to collect the money after the transaction. So it is very tough. Back in days,
Superb.
as I tell you, doing a paperwork, if I ask any landlord to sign any fee confirmation letter, it was a Herculean task for us. They
But
feel like as if they're writing a property onto our name.
do you do it
You
today?
got me, Arun? Yeah, we take
Yes.
the email confirmation.
No, understood. Understood.
Yeah,
No, this is
yeah. So
fantastic.
anyway,
Uh, One last question. There is so many new age tech broking companies which are coming up, right? As we are talking, there are people coming, and there will be coming. They will be coming.
correct.
Uh, is it true? What sort of models do you think will come,
Correct.
and how are their prospects are? Uh, just quick view in terms of that. Is there anything from West copied here, or models those will be implemented? Anything which you could share with us?
See, actually, yeah, so many tech companies are coming in, Arun. But fortunately or unfortunately, real estate is means it is real. Okay, you have to come, see, and feel. Okay, it will take some time. Definitely, over a period of time, that kind of evolution will happen for sure. But definitely, it will take. Real estate. You should come and visit personally. All this time, if you take all the don't have time. Okay, that's the reason they are shopping while they're working on system and they're doing the online shopping, and there's now being a refunding, of a product is being very easy.
Correct.
You can send it back. But real estate is not that. Once you decide, you have to come and see the property, you have to feel the place. That's when you invest the money. You know, I think that particular segment will tokenization will be the new change, which I see going forward
Okay.
because
Ownership.
yeah, tokenization of the property, that will be the new segment which will be big time in the market, because you can buy it and exit it as good as buying shares. That will be
Yeah.
the model which will be apart from that, these tech companies coming and doing this all businesses via online. I don't want to name them, but it will take time for them to for people to get into that kind of mode to invest money, is what I feel. But
Sure.
again, everybody have their own view for sure.
Yeah, yeah, very true, very true. We had a very. I mean, we have come to a close. You have any questions, Sarith? What did you feel? I mean, how did you feel about the session? Anything which you want to share?
Yeah, means actually you means anyway. To be honest, I never spoke on any online platform. To be honest, for me, this is a maiden experience, Arun. So the way you made me comfortable, see, there are so many things in my head. Definitely, okay. I would like to pour it out, but anyway, you are trying to channelize me, so that was really nice. So you made me comfortable.
No.
So
There are a lot of things which we want to share to our audience, right?
yeah,
See, most of it,
and
Frank, I am in the real estate space, residential space for 16 years now, almost similar to your experience. Thing is
oh,
that the same thing, the objective of this club itself is to make sure that there are more people out there who do not take 16 years to reach what we are doing today, right? At least if this club could make them achieve it in 6, 7, 8 years, at least half or 45 days, I mean, 45% of whatever we could do, we have done a good job, right? I mean, that's the ultimate thing which we all could probably hope for. Uh,
right,
yeah, and this club also, what we are trying to do is we are trying to make sure that in future there will be episodes where we probably now has established Sarith in this club, and now Sarith could give real, I mean, inside information of Hyderabad for us for the globe, right? So that's real time. That's real person from Hyderabad talking about Hyderabad, right? So those are things which we are thinking of widely. If you have any suggestions, feel free to poppers. Let's see whether together we could better overall experience. That's what it is.
definitely,
Thanks for joining.
100%.
Uh,
Yeah, sure. Pleasure. And
episodes,
I'll definitely drop an email, Arun. Definitely next time. Now this being a maiden thing which you guys started off, it's really nice. Okay, you
sure.
know, because as I told you earlier, we never had a proper guidance in when we started off the business. Okay, so I think this medium will definitely help the new blood which want to come into the real estate for sure. Cut short their experience time, and then help them to be more productive, definitely for sure. And
Absolutely.
I'll write an email also to Arun, so definitely we'll try and do the little more focused ones in the vertical base.
Yes. Absolutely, absolutely. Anytime, feel free. Any topic of your choice which you feel will be help for others, we'll do it. Sure. Thank you so much.
100%.
Have a nice day.
All good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. All the best for you guys and your team also. Thank you, Balaji and Arun.